Hello, folks. Saturday morning, the 3rd of February. Cheers. Really good. Almost perfect this morning. Yeah, typical day, not a quiet day. Coming on to express thanks to you all. Thank you very much for showing support for my channel and purchasing music. You folks that threw in extra money on your purchases, thank you very much. I'll be heading to the post office after I make this morning. You'll receive a tracking number, so hopefully everything comes out okay. I'd like to say that I appreciate, and it makes a difference. And even though a fraction of you folks who watch me bought anything, it really makes a difference, and I thank you. Bandcamp Friday doesn't happen every month, but it's the first Friday of every month, and they have a schedule. I haven't looked to see if it'll happen again in March. I was pleased to see a lot of names I've never seen before in the purchases, as well as people who I do recognize from previous purchases. Thank you so much, people. It really makes a difference. It really helps. Thank you. I'm not a movie buff, so I don't even hardly know who Carl Weathers is. I know who Wayne Kramer is. We found out that Wayne Kramer of the MC5 passed away yesterday. I guess he was like 75. The only record I have by them is High Time. But Wayne Kramer and the MC5 are highly influential and important in my life. They were, along with Iggy Pop, to me were the beginnings of what we call punk rock. Even though if you really think about it, Little Richard was probably the first punk rocker, which was pointed out to me in a conversation with Colin recently. That's what he was saying. I said, I never thought of it like that, but you're right. I just think of him as one of the original rockers. But before internet and stuff, when I was a kid, all I had access to were the rock and roll magazines. And the pictures of MC5 in action, it's like, that's what a real rock band looks like. I mean, and then the deal where the two guitar players get down on their knees and go back together. I've done that, I've copied that move. Their electricity and also their connection to the streets, people, the revolutionary times, the White Panther Party. That's all very significant to me still, and it was very important to me back then. Influential, music that had power, but also a purpose. Never got to see Wayne Kramer or the MC5. And like I said, their music, what they did was more important to me than the music, like Iggy Pop. I have one Iggy and the Stooges record. Don't play them much, but they're historically very important. So rest in peace, Wayne Kramer. Unfortunate. Time passes. The clock doesn't stop ticking, does it? I watched some content on Radiohead yesterday. I think something related to it's like a game or something where you go into these rooms. But it got me, as I was listening to the music in the background, it got me to pull this, the Bends. When Radiohead first started, Pablo Honey, I didn't think much of it at all, and got a promo copy. Their label EMI was giving that stuff away by the droves. That's back when my brother still worked for a distribution company, Records and Tapes Incorporated. So he got a bunch. I still have a promo cassette and promo single of Creep that he got for me. I didn't think it was very good. I thought they were a second-rate Catherine Wheel. But by the time they did the Bends, they had like basically grown up in many, many ways. This album is really good. Points to what they'll continue to do, which is to continue to develop. And also, as I listen to this, the smile is not Radiohead, and nor does it want to be, nor do we need the smile to be Radiohead. Let the artists continue to develop and follow their muse. That's the best thing that an artist can do, is to be allowed to do what they do. Make mistakes, whatever, but just let them do their thing. Really enjoyed that last night. I pulled this, I'm going to play it today. It's a 10 inch. I was looking at some 10 inches yesterday. Guillotine. Some put out by Virgin Records. This is probably right in the smack in the middle of the end of the 70s. This is probably 1978. It's 1977. I love this. And this is, to me, is a real prize because it has XTC's Tropic Light Rock on here. Bermuda by Rocky Erickson. X-Ray Specs, Oh Bondage Up Yours is on here. Don't Dictate by Penetration. You Beat the Hell Out of Me by The Motors. This is a great time capsule of 1977. My copy is beat. The cover is, but the record plays great. And I didn't get to this last night. I got tired, went to bed, but it's out to be played. Guillotine. The end of the 70s was an interesting time, musically and sociologically. In contrast, even though my head was ringing, I still, when I want to listen to music, listen. And so I played some of this. Inoyama Land, Commissions, 1977 to 2000. This is some of that Japanese ambient music. The cover fits it perfectly. Really spacious, spatial, clear vinyl too, which is perfect for it. Best way to describe it is it's a wonderful space that it helps to create. Okay. Along those lines, I pulled David Bedford, Stars End. Hadn't listened to this in quite a while. It had been in the back of my mind that I remember this as being good. It's orchestral, but with a mix. Mike Oldfield plays quite a bit of guitar on here. And this is good. Stars End. Music. Anything else? I hope some of your other folks who sell music on Bandcamp had some sales yesterday too. I sincerely hope so. It's tough. That's basically what I want to say this morning. If you missed Bandcamp Friday, but you still want to buy my music, I still encourage it. Like I said, if you buy digital copies during the month, mostly that I don't see that money. So that's some of the significance of Bandcamp Friday. Also, I sold a couple of The World is Burning CDs. Those come out of Pittsburgh, and I forwarded your purchases to him immediately, so those will be going out. Thank you very much, people. I really appreciate it. I really do. Really looking forward to this coming Friday when the David Nance Mode sound finally drops. Perhaps people who pre-ordered it will start to get their copies before next Friday. But I'm really excited to experience the record release because already I'm getting messages from people I know all over the country who are saying, "Hey, I'm seeing your, guess what? I'm seeing you in my email from Third Man." I love it, and they love it too. Thanks, everyone. Have a good weekend.